want to get organized in your business, but you're waiting until you find the time? Well, today we're going to talk about why that won't work and what to do instead. If you don't know me, my name is Kayla Droog, and I love helping small business owners create more time and efficiency so they can focus on serving their clients and growing their businesses. So, why is waiting until you find the time to get organized a bad idea? If you are waiting until you feel ready, until you feel motivated, until you can find the time, I have to be honest with you, it's probably never going to happen. If you are serious about getting organized in your business because that is something that you want, or you are finding that not being organized is becoming detrimental to your business, you need to make it a priority. If you are not prioritizing it, if it keeps getting pushed down your to-do list, it might never happen. So, what are some things that you can do instead? So, first of all, decide that organization is going to be a priority this year, this quarter, this month, this week, whenever, but make it a clear priority. You also need to make a list of the organization tasks that you want to accomplish and stop letting them get pushed down to the bottom of your to-do list. We're going to talk about this a little bit more later. Now, when I'm talking to business owners, one of the things that holds people back when they want to get organized is that they think it's going to be a huge time commitment. And it doesn't have to be. So here are some ways to incorporate more organization into your business without it taking up a giant chunk of time. So the first thing to do is pick one of those organization tasks and set a timer. Just work on it for 10 or 15 minutes. Even that little chunk of time is going to allow you to get something done. And it might just be the little push you need to actually get started on that task, and you may end up spending more time on it. But if you can give it that little container with the timer, it can kind of trick your brain into thinking that it's not so bad. So, for example, one of the common things that I come across is that people are overwhelmed by the clutter in their email inbox. Maybe you have so many old emails in there that you've never filed and cleaned up. Maybe you are on a bunch of mailing lists and there are things you need to unsubscribe from and get rid of. Maybe you have hundreds or thousands of unread emails in there. Don't worry, I'm sure I've seen worse, whatever it is you have. But it can be so overwhelming because you're looking at that total number at the top and you're thinking 2,500 emails. I will never sort through all of that. And you're thinking about how many new things are coming in each day, and you just get so overwhelmed by the big picture that it's hard to even start. But if you set a timer for 10 or 15 minutes a day and just plug away at a little bit of it just for that small period of time, all of a sudden, it's not going to be as difficult to work your way through it. Another thing that has worked for me in the past on some of these tasks that are necessary for my business, but I don't necessarily want to do, is to set up some sort of reward system. For example, I have created little punch cards for myself where if I do something, say 5 times or 10 times, I get a reward, like going out for dinner or something like that, or getting a pizza. I promise they're not all food related. Those are just the examples that are coming to my mind. And you can decide what this looks like for you. So, is it if you do it every day for a week or just 5 times whenever those happen to fall? But whatever makes sense for you, whatever reward is going to be enticing enough for you to want to do it, and then come up with a system. Another tip is to incorporate a new task into an existing habit. So if you are trying to find 5 or 10 minutes to work away at something or to add something new into your routine, do it when you already have something going on. So for example, Every morning, if you brew a pot of tea or a cup of coffee, take that 5 minutes while that is brewing and do something new. So this could be time where you're chipping away at something that you want to finish, or just a completely new habit that's going to be ongoing. You can also add extra time to something that you're already doing. So for example, if we go back to our cluttered email inbox example from before, if you start off your day by checking all of your new emails every morning, maybe add an extra 10 minutes onto that to deal with a backlog of old emails. Because if you're already in there kind of working on it, it won't seem as difficult to make yourself jump in and work on those older emails. Now, here is a very crucial step in the getting organized process. You need to actually create time in your calendar to do it. So it depends on how you organize your calendar. For example, some people like time blocking, some people don't. But if you can find ways to set aside time specifically for working on these organization tasks, then you are more likely to get them done. In my experience, just putting get organized on your to-do list and hoping that it will magically happen usually doesn't work that way. So here are the steps that I recommend. First of all, write out a list of specific tasks that you want to accomplish. Don't work on your big organization project as a whole. Break it down into specific chunks. The more specific you can get, the better. And then the next thing to do is to set due dates for each of these items. They don't have to be hard and fast due dates, but I find that when I'm aiming to get something done by a specific date, I am more likely to follow through rather than I just want to get this finished at some point. And then the final step is to block out time on your calendar to work on these things. Even just 15 to 30 minutes a few times a week is going to get you a lot further in getting organized than you think it will. So I hope that these organization tips have made you feel better about whatever state of organization your business is in. I promise that getting organized is easier and faster than you think it is, but when you get caught up in the big picture, it just seems so overwhelming. So please use these tips to break it down into more manageable steps so that you can actually move forward this year and get the organization that you're looking for. If you have any questions about how to get more organized in your business or you're looking for support, please reach out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you know someone who would benefit from this video, please share it with them. I will see you soon.